Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a large flock of 30 crows. They were always together, flying from tree to tree, playing and searching for food. Among these 30 crows, there was one little crow named Kavi, who was smaller and quieter than the rest. While the other crows often boasted about their strength and size, Kavi was more interested in observing the world around him. One hot summer day, the 30 crows became extremely thirsty. They flew all over the forest but couldn't find a drop of water. Finally, they spotted a small pot on the ground near a tree. They gathered around it, excitedly cawing, "Water! Water!" But when they tried to drink from the pot, they found that the water level was too low, and their beaks couldn't reach it. The largest crow, who was also the leader, said, "We're the strongest! Let's try to tip the pot over and drink from it." So they pushed and pulled, but the pot was too heavy and they couldn't tip it over. One by one, each crow tried to come up with a solution. They flapped their wings, pecked at the pot, and even tried using sticks, but nothing worked. Meanwhile, Kavi quietly watched all of this, thinking deeply. Finally, Kavi spoke up. "I have an idea. It might take some time, but it will work." The other crows laughed. "What can a little crow like you do that we can't?" they mocked. But Kavi didn't let their words discourage him. He flew down to the ground, picked up a small pebble with his beak, and dropped it into the pot. "What are you doing?" the leader crow asked, puzzled. Kavi replied, "If we drop enough pebbles into the pot, the water will rise and we'll be able to drink it." The other crows were skeptical, but had no other ideas left, so they decided to help. One by one, they started picking up pebbles and dropping them into the pot. Slowly but surely, the water level began to rise. After some time, the water was high enough for all the crows to drink. They were overjoyed and cawed loudly in celebration. "Kavi, you saved us!" they exclaimed. The leader crow, now humbled, said, "Today you have taught us all a valuable lesson. It is not always strength or size that solves a problem, but wisdom and patience. Thank you, Kavi, for showing us the way." From that day on, the 30 crows learned to respect Kavi's cleverness, and they understood that everyone, no matter how small, has something important to contribute. And so, they lived happily ever after, always working together and valuing each other's unique gifts.